What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? We are back again for another episode review of American Horror Story Season 10 Double Feature Episode 4, okay? So, this episode takes us on a journey to the past, okay? It goes back 5 years earlier to all the way. This is when everything first got introduced to this town, okay? We see our girl Candy. Now, let me just tell y'all this. We 4 episodes in, and this episode was predominantly about her and her coming in and shaking up the town, okay? Shaking up this sleepy town that used to have a story history that is no longer what it used to be, okay? And that is why she was able to come in and do what she was able to do, all right? And I brought this up because don't judge me. You can put it down in the comments. But we on the 4th episode and they were talking about her throughout the episode, and baby, I don't even know what her name is, okay? It escapes me, okay? So we just gonna call her Candy because that's her character name from Pose, and that's what we love her and love Miss Angelica Ross from, okay? Now, we go back. We see her driving. This is 5 years ago, October, okay? We see her driving in her little Mercedes or whatever. And, she come up on this town. She going to look at this house, okay? And the guy that's the real estate agent, he's the guy a couple of episodes ago who found the body, who saw Mickey, and old boy tussling on the beach, okay? Underneath that dock. And so he was trying to sell her the house or whatever, and she's asking all these questions. He's giving her the history of the town and how it used to be a vibrant gay town, you know what I'm saying, where the gays used to come and vacation and just live or whatever. But then all of a sudden the yuppies and everything else, the straight people, just came in and gentrified the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really that much there. This is a place where people mostly come, during the summer, I guess, and then they leave for the winter. She was like, but when is it me, or did he kind of clock her? Because when he was talking, he was like, what's your deal?" Before he went into the story history about the town having like this predominantly gay feel to it, he went like this. And then he went into talking about it. Am I the only one who caught that? I said, excuse me, what you trying to do and what you trying to say? Because that made him feel open enough to just go ahead and tell her all about the stuff. But she let it rock, she let it pass if that's what it was, okay? But basically, he trying to ask, so girl, where you come from? What you doing out here? I know you ain't just out here just to be out here, whatever. Like, come on. She said she a chemist. She had a little bad so-called breakup. And the breakup is she, left her job in the military, okay? And so at this point, he was like, you a chemist? Okay, what you finna be out here doing? You finna be cooking up stuff, you know what I'm saying? Drugs or whatever. And she was like, did he say crack or something like that, or meth? She said, listen, I got a degree from Harvard, okay? A PhD from Harvard. I ain't finna be, that's beneath me, okay? That is none of your business. But, I just want to know, is this house heavily ventilated? That's all I want to know, okay? Because it's an old house and I just want to know. And so at this point, she decides to go ahead and take take the house, all right? And so, she goes out to a bar. She goes out to the Muse, okay? This is like the only place to get something to eat, get some entertainment, as we saw from the previous 3 episodes, all right? And so, while she's there, she see Mickey talking to the real estate guy, and he's trying to convince him to, pay him for his services or whatever. Oh, boy ain't studying and all that. So, he was just like, you a meth head. I'm not finna do that, okay? Meanwhile, Miss Candy, she see what's going on, so she tell him, hey, come on over here. Listen, do you do girls? And he was like, I mean, hell, I'm equal opportunity, so let's go. So he goes back to her house with her, and he's looking at all of her stuff, and this is where things get interesting, okay? He's giving her the price range of what services he provides, okay? And then she was like, no, I just need you to sit down, and I just need somebody to talk to. This place is a little bit lonely. She's down there by herself, and she just needs somebody to talk to, okay? Mind you, we saw her earlier setting up her lab when she was bringing the luggage in or whatever. She set that lab up and she started to go to work, okay, making those pills or whatever. And so as she talking to Mickey, She gets into how she got there. She used to work in the military in the biochemistry. She's a chemistry biochemist engineer. There you go. Okay. And they were trying to do this experiment to um, control the talent portion of a person's brain. Okay, the creativity, the talent, and all of that. Okay, and they was trying to get down to it, and how can we like put our focus on that. Nobody could figure it out, but she figured out where it was. Okay, it's in the optical nerve or whatever, back here in the head or something. Girl, don't quote me on it. Go back and watch the episode. It's a lot of science stuff. Okay, it sounded smart, so I'm gonna just let them do what they do. Okay, basically she found where it at. Okay, the control center for the talent and everything. She was like, listen, I can hit you so hard in your head, and whatever talent you have, you will never be the same. Okay, that's what it is. In that particular area. So they was trying to make a pill, and they tested it out on some chimpanzees, and they noticed that, I guess, the ones that had potential, they went on ahead and the pill made them extra smart. Okay, whatever talent that they possessed, they went on ahead and did it. Like they was playing the keyboard real fast, and playing beautiful music and stuff like that. But then the other ones, they were mediocre. They got aggressive, they got bloodthirsty and stuff like that, and just went on ahead and started killing everybody. Okay, the other chimpanzees. And so they was like, let's see how this can work in humans. So basically, she's there to basically test this out in human form. Okay, I don't think that she was supposed to be doing this. She wasn't supposed to be doing this, because look at what happened with the animals. I said, frick, we still testing on animals at this point? No. Okay, say the animals. Peter watching this like, girl, no, that ain't what we doing here. Okay. Meanwhile, she offered the pill to Mickey because she was asking, I know that you don't just be out here, selling your body or whatever. What other stuff do you do? He said he's a playwright. He thinks that he's good, but he just doesn't know. And she was like, okay, take this pill so we can see, and he was like, now see, listen, I take anything else, but that ain't what it is that I'm gonna take. It is funny how he literally is a drug addict, okay? But yet he refused to take that pill, okay? I said, oh, so you stop. If you don't know what it is, you ain't gonna take it, huh? Okay, you got a little sense about yourself. He the only one. He the only one up until now, for the moments, he's the only one that making sense. Okay. She said, okay, listen, well, if you're not gonna take it, I give you $50 for anybody and everybody that you bring over here to become a study over here to take the pill. He was like, okay, cool. So he goes to the muse, and he listening to somebody that they setting up the stage actually for this guy to come up there and do like this amateur singing. He's sitting down there with tuberculosis caring. Okay. Now I don't know if the lady really got tuberculosis, but mama is sick. Okay. This is 5 years later. I mean before, and she still look a mess. Okay. She still look a mess, and she was talking about some, oh, this year I only had bronchitis 5 times. I said, baby, that ain't nothing to cheer about. You need to go to a doctor, okay, to see what's really going on. Because I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Your lungs is practically depleted, okay? Anyway, at that time, he asked her about her talent, and, she got a gripe with the city. She likes it when it's at this time, because all the yuppies and all these pretentious people, they're gone, and you got the galleries with the art that she can't get into, and they no longer laughing at her or whatever, practically telling her that she's not good enough. Mickey asking her, do you think you got some talent? I said, leave Karen alone. She got enough problems already. Meanwhile, old boy gets on the stage. This other guy, he gets on the stage and he starts singing. Mickey looks at him and was like, oh, okay. I said, I can already tell he ain't really got it, okay? He can carry a tune, but he ain't no singer. You know what I'm saying? No singer. Everybody think they can sing, but some of y'all just can carry a little tune. That's a different, okay? Some of y'all can just, that's a different, okay? Me. You can't do that. See, that takes talent. You know what I'm saying? If I would have took the pill, I'd probably be out here just flourishing, bitch. But then again, girl, it'll probably fuck me up too and be like, bitch, who lied to you? Yourself. Oh, Okay, so at this point, Mickey told him about it, and we see that this is the reason why we know this is because old boy shows up at Candy's house, okay? And I said, wrong move, sir, wrong move. So at this point, we see Belle, okay? Baby, let me just tell you this. I don't care if she bad. Belle is my favorite character so far, all right? She a bad bitch on here, okay? It's like no matter what this lady plays in Ryan Murphy's movies, Ryan Murphy's shows, she is always my favorite. Like, she does it for me, okay? Like, she plays her characters to the T, all right? She just exudes bad bitchery, you know what I'm saying? So we get her, and she's at this signing for this book that she put out. The book is basically a romance novel about George Washington doing something with cheating on Martha, whatever the freak, some historical sex stuff. Okay, that's what it is, fiction. And she's self-published. She's the one that's putting this out, and the lady that's introducing her. Now, let me tell you how much of a set-off this was, okay? Because the lady is like, oh my God, you guys, I cannot believe that we have this author up here. She's self-published, and she has her new romance novel. Oh my God, it is so good. The Cherry Picker or something like that. You hear the excitement in her voice or whatever. The way that she was talking and introducing Belle, I was like, damn, Belle must have a whole bunch of people up in there. Girl, they pan that camera around. Belle had 3 people up in there. And they was clapping like this. I said, what y'all there for? Y'all just to get up out the cold for the moment? That's what y'all there for? I said, y'all could have just... No. I was offended. I was offended. Belle very much looking like her age, okay? She's dressing a little bit older, you know what I'm saying? More covered up or whatever. I would say homely, okay? So she starts reading a passage from her book. And then after that, she only gets one person to give the book to. And that's Candy. She comes up in there. She was like, make it out to the chemist or whatever. And so after that, she goes outside. Her husband is out there. I said, oh, Belle got a husband. Oh, I ain't know that. Where'd he go? Girl, as soon as I seen how he was to her, I said, take him out, Belle. Belle, you better not end this episode without taking him out. Okay, you just got to, because that man was disrespectful. She was like, I thought you said that you was going to come in this time. He said, basically, I ain't trying to waste my time doing this, okay? It's bad enough that we done put up all our money just for you to do this stuff. And how many copies have you sold? Well, today I sold 1. And he was like, we put up all this money for you to sell 6 copies this whole damn tour, okay? Man, I ain't got time for this. You need to let that shit go. Like, he was ragging on her. I said, that's disrespectful. And I'm pretty sure she was there to support his dreams, support all of his stuff. Meanwhile, she trying to smooth things over, and she was like, let's go down to the muse and look at the sunset. He said, you want me to get my dick sucked too? No, he was like, do you want me to suck dick too? I said, excuse me, what are you talking about? He said, listen, that's some gay stuff. What? Ain't nobody finna look at no sunsets. That's some gay stuff. You want me to go to a gay bar? I said, oh, so it's gay to look at the sunset? I never knew that. You learn something new every day. I said, wow, the homophobia is real, sir. That's deep-rooted, okay? For you to think a sunset is that. I said, He said, listen, I'm going to the dunes, okay? The dunes hunted tour, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I want to have fun. You're boring. You dress like crap and all this stuff. And he just belittled her, okay? And was just totally disrespectful to her. And I was just sitting here like, Belle, I know you not finna take that. She was just so meek and so innocent. That's how they had her presented. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, she up at the muse and, she drinking her little drink, and then Mickey comes up. He spots her or whatever. And, they get to talking about how she's married and who she is and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, Mama said, you got some cocaine? He said, I mean, I don't. Imagine, she said, I mean, don't take offense because you look like a drug addict, but do you got some cocaine? He said, no offense taken because I am, but no, I don't. I got something else, okay? Girl, next thing you know, we see her sniffing something, some white powdery something. And I said, what is this? Girl, they doing meth. I said, oh, no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Meth to get you hooked, okay? And we seen the effects, and I was really nervous about Miss Belle, okay? Not only did she take one hit, she took another hit, okay? And I said, you're an older lady. You're an older lady, okay? I don't know how much your heart can take, okay? Don't do that. But mama was feeling herself, okay? She was just feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, you know? Next thing she was like, give me some more. He said, I ain't finna do that, but I do got something else that you can get. That's when he took her to go see Candy, okay? And, of course, she told her story to Candy, and Candy felt sorry for her and gave her the pill. She was like, listen, the only thing that I want to do is if you take this pill, I need you to let me study you, okay? All the side effects and everything, just tell me what it is that happens. She was like, okay, cool. So she took the pill. Meanwhile, back at the Muse, that guy came in, the one that was the single who took the pill earlier. He came in, he looking sickly, okay? He drinks a Bloody Mary, and then he goes in the bathroom and he throws up, okay? As he looking up in the bathroom mirror, he goes like this, and his hair coming out. I said, oh no, okay? You mediocre. I said, sir, I could have told you that. Meanwhile, after Belle then took that pill, she went back to the hotel. She noticed that her husband wasn't there. Mama threw up because the pill finally hit her. She threw up in this little canister that was on the counter, and she kept on walking. I said, Belle, if you don't turn your ass around and go empty that shit out into the garbage can, no, don't even empty it out. Go throw that shit outside, okay? Go you gonna keep it right there. That's nasty. You know it stink the next morning because Belle see that the computer is up and it's on, and that cursor was just blinking, and she was like, oh, it's time to go to work. Mama sat down and she said, I said, oh, ma'am, you going to get arthritis up in your fingers, okay? Because I already got it, you know what I'm saying? But mama was working. Next thing you know, it said 425 page. And then it said 437. Then it said 440. Then it said the end. I said, oh, bitch, you did that all in one setting? And next thing you know, it's the next day and the husband come in the door. And then she laughing. Because she feel accomplished. Because like, damn, bitch, I did that. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, the husband like, what you laughing at? She was like, I just wrote a novel like this whole day, like this whole overnight. I went out and I wrote this novel. He looked at it and he was like, let me see. Because at first he didn't believe. Girl, he looked at that. And then he said, use a lie. Use a lie. You didn't write this because it's actually good. Sir, you've been out all night. I didn't question you that you've been out all night, but you're going to come in here and you're going to disrespect my work when I should be cursing you out? Meanwhile, she did ask, bitch, where the hell you was? He was like, I went to that haunted tour. That's what I went to, okay? And then I went and got drunk. I found this woman. We had sex. And then, some other stuff happened. And we wind up doing it again. And now I'm finna go take a shower. And I'm finna go find her again. And we finna go do it again, bitch, okay? That's what we're about to do. And I was like, you know what? We're about to get a divorce. We over with and everything, Next thing he was just real disrespectful. I said, Belle, it's time to take him out. Take him out. Baby Belle started laughing. She took that bottle that was on that table. She broke that thing and she sliced him. Bam. And I said, there you go. That's what you got to do. And she drank that mug, okay? You got to be careful what you say to people before you just make them snap. I said, damn, did I turn the channel? And I ain't know Snap came on this channel, okay? I did not know it came on at this time of night, all right? And let me tell you something. If y'all ain't never watched the episode of Snapped, girl, you're in for a treat, okay? I didn't watch damn near all of them. So good. But anyway, she goes back over there to Candy. Mind you, mama didn't even bother to clean all the way up. She got the blood residue all on her face and, telling her what happened and the reason why she felt this way, she just needed to do something. She just felt hungry. She felt, she was starving, but she felt invigorated. But at the same time, she was pissed off. And then she said after she did it, she just sat down. Okay, she just sat down and she wrote part 2 of her novel. Mama didn't care not one lick. And so she writing down all the side effects, and Candy come to the conclusion like, if you want to continue to write like this, you're gonna have to continue this drugs. That means you're gonna have to stay down here so I can monitor you or whatever. But what the next thing we need to do, we got to get rid of the body. Girl, the real estate agent dude, he walking his dog on the beach and we see body parts on the beach. I'm saying, oh Lord, that's the husband right then and there. Okay. Meanwhile, we get to what was the girl name? Oh my God, Billy Lloyd's character, because dude dad was the alleged singer. He goes over there to Candy's house and trying to understand what's going on with him. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me finish this. He goes over there trying to see what's going on with him. He was like, listen, I'm cold. And she already explained to us the reason why, they have to eat, they drink blood or whatever, because it's for potassium, sodium, calcium, and another one that's missing out of their bloodstreams, out of their body. So they're depleted when they take the pill. So therefore, they got to drink blood to bring it back. Okay. And so, he a little anemic. Well, he a lot anemic or whatever. And, she was like, basically, the reason why you pissed off and all that shit is, well, what you need to do is you need to go find you something else, okay? Go get you a coat or whatever, because you look a mess, all right? This is the first time he comes over there, okay? And he wanted some more pills, okay? Because he don't understand the reason why he's feeling and looking the way that he's looking. So he goes down there to Billy Lloyd's. What was her character name? The tattoo artist, okay? Go to her shop, and he looking for a coat or whatever. And, it's no real up to date. It's like vintage stuff from the 80s that was left behind by the gay men that were there, and it's very hard for her to sell them. And because he ain't really got that much money, she was like, "Here, you could just take it, okay?" And that's when we see dude with the shoulder pads that we saw in the first episode, okay? That was in the cemetery. And so, he goes out. Next thing you know, he is in the cemetery, just standing there looking at this lady who is praying. She's, giving respects to whoever has passed away. It's like she was visiting somebody's grave. And then she sees him, and he's just standing there like this. And he comes over, and she was like, "Here, let me pray for you because you don't look well." I said, ma'am, you don't know who he is, and he looks sickly, and he look like something wrong for him, and you gonna say, "Let me pray for him"? No, I'm starting to walk, okay? I can't possibly run just yet, because I'm gonna try to play it off, but I'm finna walk away, okay? But next thing you know, it was a vase down there with some flowers. He took that vase, broke it, and then drank her, okay? I said, Lord, it's Halloween, so he blending in everybody at this point. It's nighttime. Everybody is out in their costumes, and, people are, telling him he looked good or whatever. And then he goes over there to Candy house and basically confront her and tell her what happened with the bloodlust and everything. And, he pissed off and tried to come for her. She said, "Listen, bruh, no, it's over. It's done with." She poured the gun out on him so he wouldn't be able to attack her, because she got them signed in contracts, all right? They can't break the contracts. But at this point in time, Candy said, "You got to get the hell out, and don't you ever come back over here, okay? Because you tried it. You really tried it, And so I said, "Candy, look what you done started." Meanwhile, he leaves out and sees somebody up in the alley, throwing up or whatever, and goes and attack them. I said, "Oh, you just a hungry, greedy motherfucker. That's what you are. You just greedy." Okay. Meanwhile, we see Belle, she does go down to the Muse, not to the Muse, but she goes back down to Billy Lloyd's shop, and, she needs a new wardrobe. Apparently some time has gone past. She done put out like 6 novels or whatever, or a couple of novels in the past 6 months, or 6 novels in the past year, something like that. Bestsellers and all that, and yeah, her husband is gone. She made a joke about spreading his body parts on the beach, but then Billy was like, "Oh yeah, I killed my boyfriend because he was boring. That's what it was." Okay. She was like, "How long you been on the pill?" She was like, "A couple of years," and he was like, "Oh okay, we'll see what we can do because it heightened me and it made me smart or whatever, and I made these." She showed her teeth, what she did to her teeth and everything, and she was like, "Oh, I can make you some." Okay, cool. So Miss Mama got a whole new wardrobe. Okay, Mama got her hair did, and then we get to see the Belle that we was introduced. Okay, just came through stunting, going to the muse or whatever, and it's drag night, and so we see this is where we first see Austin. Austin is dressed in drag. He's not gay. He's just doing it allegedly. He's not gay. He's just doing it for money. And it was two other men that was sitting there that was also dressed in drag. They're not gay, but they're doing it for money. Okay. But it was a real drag queen there who was gay, and they're just busting his chops. They're like talking about how basically he's a loser, and he whack, and he's pathetic. So when it was his time to get up there, they was talking about his name and his drag name and everything. He gets up there and he do whatever it was that he thought that he was doing, and the whole time they up there screaming at him, talking about some loser, loser, and Belle sees him. Okay, Belle sees something in him. Later she goes up to talk to him, try to get his story. He was supposed to come down there and write something with his playwright, open up stuff or whatever, but the playwright person never got back to him. He described him. Come to find out, the reason why the dude never got back to him is because Belle done ate his ass up, okay? She was like, "Oh no, I never heard of him." I said, "You just ate him," but she ain't gonna tell him that. But she was like, "Oh, I got something that can fix all of your problems." She said, "Here." He said, "Whatever," and took it. Didn't even ask. I said that was the quickest I ever seen somebody take something. Okay, I said people put stuff in your face and you never asked what it was. You just said, "I'm gonna take it, no matter what." Okay. At this point, he take it, he throw up a little bit, and then he feels a rush. And they was like, "Let's go get you fed." So they go over there to the drag queen's house with the other guys that's there, and they talking and looking at TV or whatever. Next thing you know, Belle comes into the house. They like, "What you doing here?" And then here come Austin. They was like, "Sir." Anyway, next thing you know, of course they still talking mess. Belle takes out a gun, pop one of them, and started attacking one. Pop the other one. Okay, took out them two, and next thing you know, the big one, Big Mama, the real drag queen, she said, not today." Mama ran up out of there. Okay, and then they was like, Belle was like, "You can't win them all, so I'm full anyway, so let her go. It is what it is, all right." Girl, Big Mama went to the cemetery. I said, "What is it about the cemetery in this town? Is that the only place to go? The muse and the cemetery." Okay, she sat on a bench trying to catch her breath. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my God, I know I just didn't see that. I know I just. Cause next thing you know, dude, singer dude, the little pale dude, he done came up behind her and got her. I said, "Damn." She thought she was out of there, and I thought she was too. I was like, "Oh, point one for the big girls," cause we can't move that fast. But when we get in danger, we'll get a little speed on us. And she got out of danger for a second and sat right in front of it. Okay, I said, "Damn." But that was a cute episode. You guys tell me how you felt about the episode, and I will see you guys. Do I got something to do tomorrow? I'll see y'all Friday. All right. Peace.